One of the key shifts that people have to make, particularly if they've been in a work environment, is the whole shift around, and I always say, you know, one of the biggest inhibitors of any entrepreneur, period, full stop, exclamation mark, is ego. You know, if I've worked so many years doing this, so let's say I've been, you know, a solicitor or an accountant or a psychologist, you know, I'm not going to do this as a job. And you just go, well, if that's your mindset about you will only do certain things and not other things, I'd probably say you're not an entrepreneur. You see, entrepreneurship's very different. It's saying, hey, I'm entering little games within a bigger game, and the rules of the game are make as much money in as little time. And that means I will do whatever it takes to win this game. See, an entrepreneur just loves winning. And winning means making as much money in as little time, hopefully making it profitable in as little time. So you can imagine the massive shifts in mindset people have to make. Particularly, and it's funny because the ones that could do that game the best, i.e. professionals, etc., like most accountants could do it fairly well. They know their financial statements, they know what makes a company profitable, they understand the fixed cost, variable cost, they understand. But the problem is they won't do what the rest of it. So it's a massive mind shift of saying, let go of the ego. Don't worry about what people think of you. Just worry about if at the end of the year, that profit and loss says you've made as much money as little time, you've won the game. From the average Joe blogs, it's saying, you know what game you're in and stop worrying about the reputation of what you're doing. And when I say reputation, I mean the following. It doesn't really matter whether you're a commercial cleaning business or whether, you know, you run a strategic consulting company. Which one makes more in as little time? Because most people get seriously confused, particularly with all the mixed messages that are out there at the moment. There are messages out there at the moment that basically go along this tune. You must love what you do, because if you don't love what you do, that's the only way to make money. And I just go, no. You must love running a business if you want to make money. You mustn't love sewing a jumper. See, if you love sewing jumpers, no matter how much you love sewing jumpers, you're not going to make money sewing jumpers if you're in Australia or in Europe, because China sews them cheaper. But if you love the business of sewing jumpers, well, great, then you'll organize a contract with China. You'll arrange a very good terms in terms of importing. You'll already have a distribution channel here. You'll work out your margins. You'll come up with an exclusive product in an exclusive niche, and you'll win the market, and you'll make as much money in as little time. So that's loving the business instead of loving the sewing of the jumpers. And that's where I think one of the biggest misrepresentations that exist out there. And I think it's interesting, because I think that the original people that say it, you know, you're great entrepreneurs that say you've got to have passion for what you do. I agree with them, but you got to have passion. If you want to make money, you got to have passion for the game of entrepreneurship, which is as much money in as little time as possible. Now then, if you get to do what you love to do as well and help people in the process, which is key to building any business, you're made.